Hi, I'm Ted Nelson. I'm grateful and honored that the Ethereum Foundation has chosen to honor my work. My work has been off the beaten track and outside of the conventional ways of thinking. So is Ethereum. I think that Ethereum is the most interesting and exciting movement in the blockchain world today. I look forward to understanding it better and better. Since I'm not that well known, I've been asked to use this time to introduce myself. You might enjoy some of my work. Here's an outline. My unusual work: vision of interactive screens, vision of future documents, computer lib, vision of freedom and privacy, the Xanadu project, what the web left out, and what I have to do. I generally work alone because beyond the boundaries of accepted reality, except with small teams that accept my reality. In college, I was very proud of this kite-shaped magazine. I commissioned the cartoons, but I published it myself, and I also wrote the first rock musical called Anything and Everything. I wrote the book and commissioned the music. The songs are on the Internet Archive. A couple of them are good. I also made a film comedy in college. It's on YouTube, and I thought that filmmaking was my true calling. It was called The Epiphany of Slocum Furlow. I'm very proud of it. But then in graduate school in 1960, I took a computer course, long before there were personal computers. But I saw there could be interactive screens. Since I thought I was a filmmaker, I thought, holy smoke, the interactive computer screen will be the new home of the human race. And now it is, on phones and laptops and everywhere. And I began to imagine the documents of the future. In January 1961, I imagined opening a word processing parlor in Harvard Square. Here's my search of it. Here's my sketch of it. From January 1961, long before anyone had coined the term word processing. That same month, I believe, I was at a party with Isaac Asimov, and I said, "Mr. Asimov, soon we'll be reading and writing on computer screens." And the great futurist he ridiculed me, saying, "Yeah, sure." But it wasn't as soon as I expected. Personal computing didn't take off until 15 years later. In the meantime, in 1974, I wrote a book presenting my vision of the wonderful computer world I thought was coming. Computer lib, and on the other side, dream machines. It was much more influential than I knew. It influenced Wozniak to create the Apple I, not the first personal computer, but the one that spearheaded the personal computer industry. In those days, the 1970s, I believe I was the main spokesman for human creativity and human freedom and privacy before the EFF was founded. Meanwhile, my main project was to be the document system of the future, with visible connection between pages. Look at this carefully. Visible connections you can follow between pages. Doesn't exist anywhere yet. With my great team in the 1970s, we designed our own World Wide Web, except we didn't call it that, and it was going to be very different. I hoped it would be the new writing format of the human race. The main feature, connected pages. That no one else is still doing. That was the Xanadu project. My team unfortunately did not finish in time, and Berners-Lee came out with his web. Without visible connection, I'm still trying to get that going. This is what I still have to do. The Xanadu project still continues. Visible connection is what's left of my main project, Xanadu. I've done a lot of other projects. One of the most interesting is a multidimensional universe that you can build out of spreadsheet cells. Consider a spreadsheet. Why is it rectangular? Let's just cut it up and build structures out of the cells. Now we can represent anything. No more time to discuss it here. I'm not a programmer, but a designer. I work with small teams on my visions, which are too hard to explain to bigger groups. I divide my time between the Xanadu work and try to organize my vast archives, one of the most documented lives ever, covering over almost 60 years of computer history. Unfortunately, it's greatly scattered in different cartons. I thought computers would make it easy to keep track of things. Ha! Scattered and scrambled in many cartons and containers. My teams have finished many projects, but mostly prototypes. I invite you to try my deployable software, Cosmic Book, Zigzag, and oh yes, the back button, which I believe I invented in 1966 and is in every browser. Thank you. And thanks again to the Ethereum Foundation idealists like the Ethereum team carry on the same spirit. Thank you.